Welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is Merce Montez, M-U-R-S-C-M-O-N-T-E-Z. And if you're new to the channel, let me explain what we do here. We talk about travel nursing, we talk about all things medical, and we talk about fitness and how to be healthy and how to stay that way and how to just be in the best shape that you can possibly be in. So today what we're going to talk about is, first of all, my first paycheck, and then we're going to talk about some more opportunities that you can look forward to when you graduate. So let's talk about it. All right, so first off, let's address the elephant in the room. Okay, why am I in my car? I'm in my car because I'm taking a drive to go get some coffee. So what you guys can do is just kind of come with me. We'll get the coffee. I'll come back to my car and we can do some more explaining on the paycheck. And as far as the opportunities, we can talk about that as well while I drink my coffee. Deal? Deal. All right, let's go.
But the machine that we have is not the right machine to pick up. And if you're not, you know that this Keurig is very important. It's like coffee wheels.
So there wasn't any coffee, so I had to make some. See how well I did. It's like perfect. This thing will last for a long time. Message to anybody who works with nurses: please keep coffee in a coffee pot. I got to make that. You know, it takes me a couple minutes. You know, I got to get back to my people, back to my patients. All right, so I'm back with my necessity. Yeah, unfortunately, coffee is a necessity.
Jamie's house transitioning from the lodge to the house.
But I actually didn't start drinking coffee until nursing school. So, all right, paycheck. All right, so before I became a nurse, while I was in school, I was working at a psych hospital as a mental health tech. So when I graduated, I took the test, I passed. They bumped my pay up to $16 an hour. Right, and so I decided to work night shift because that's, kind of what I was used to. That's what I had been doing. And so for night shift, there's a $3 shift differential, and so I was making $19 an hour. So if you do 3 days a week times 2, 72 hours, we're working 12-hour shifts, 2-week pay period, 15% to 20% on taxes taken out. You can kind of judge what the check was looking like. And so at the time, you know, I felt like it was good money because I had never made $19 an hour before. Granted, I had never made $16 an hour before. You know, I'm graduating. This is new for me. So pretty much any check is a good check, right? Especially when you especially when you're just starting out. You know, you don't really know what's good and what's bad. And really, that's good money, especially considering where I'm living or where I was. And I was in the South, so things were cheaper, rent was cheap, it wasn't an expensive area to live in. So I feel like sometimes what you make, just how good it is, really just depends on your living environment, your living expenses. If you're living a simple life, well, then that's definitely good money. That's something that you can live off of, you and a family. If you're in the city, it might be a little harder because it's more expensive, but it can be done. You know, it may take 2 incomes to be able to fully, you know, pay for everything. I mean, if it does, it does. But if you're living a simple life, you know, maybe it doesn't take so much. But anyway, it's kind of where I started. $19 an hour, decent money. I was satisfied with it. But you know, yeah, that's the paycheck. But I think I've told you already in previous videos how I got into, you know, the whole agency thing. So we're not gonna go back into that. We're gonna jump back into the other options that I had. Somebody requested to me to do like a video for those who are graduating or those who are going into nursing school, and they were wanting to know what the kind of opportunities, what kind of prospects that they have coming out. But this is specifically for LPNs. So if you RNs and you want me to do something for you, want me to do a little research for you so you can kind of gauge what you want to be or where you want to go when you leave or when you graduate nursing school, I can do that for you. But I've got a couple different opportunities for LPNs. And I made some notes off to the side. So if you see me gazing at the side, I'm just reading my notes so I can be accurate on what I say. And the first one I got for you is OBGYN. Now, OB stands for obstetrician. Hopefully I'm saying that right. My southern accent may be making me mess it up. But obstetrician is basically a physician who delivers babies. And GYN stands for gynecology. So you're going to be working on, well, the physician is going to be working on treating diseases of the female reproductive system or reproductive organs. So if that's your thing, you want to get into it. All right, so here's the deal. This is the research that I found. So for a mid-career nurse, a mid-career nurse is figured to be a nurse who's worked from 5 to 9 years. Your expected average pay in this area is going to be $16.58. This is based on a 36 average salaries, kind of averaged into one. So, I mean, it's not bad if that's what you want to do. That's what you're looking at. But if you're an experienced LPN, and an experienced LPN is considered to be one that has worked 10 to 19 years. So if that's the case, I'm looking to the right because I'm at work. Okay, so I'm just kind of making sure that, you know, everything's still stable. Like I'm at a psych hospital right now. So, you know, I'm just got to make sure I keep my eyes open to, you know, unnecessary violence, right? So anyway, so if you're an experienced LPN and you're looking to get into the OBGYN, what kind of average pay are you looking at? You're looking at $18.40, and this is based on 30 salaries averaged together. You're gonna make around about $18.40. Now, will you make that? Maybe not. You'll probably make more. These are just averages of what I found through research. So if OBGYN is your thing, delivering babies, treating female reproductive organs, if that's your thing, being amongst that environment is your thing, well, that's kind of what you're looking at. That's just going to be an average. Like if you just walk in with that many years of experience, expect that, even though you may make more. All right, another one I have for you is oncology. And if you're not sure what oncology is, it is the treatment of patients that have cancer. So the pay for this is going to be a little higher. So for a mid-career nurse, 5 to 9 years, you're looking at, let's see, $20.07, and this is based on an average of 19 different salaries. And if you're an experienced nurse, it's going to be 10 to 19 years, so you're looking at $22.46, and that's based on an average of 27 different salaries. Now, will you make that? Let me correct this. You may not make that. You actually may make more than that. This is just an average of what I found on the internet. Granted, I mean, sometimes the internet's not always right. So I would say expect that, but kind of be looking to make more, because I'm pretty sure you can, depending on what state you're in. Me being in Georgia, it's one of the lower paying states for nurses. That's probably right. But if you're in different states may pay you higher. Some may pay you lower. So I would just say do your research with the state that you're in, so that you can kind of know where you're going to be at as far as averages goes, if you're looking to get into OBGYN or if you're looking to get into oncology. Now, I wanted to also do one more thing, and this was med search, because I also work in med search, but I also work at the psych hospital, so I can give you two different averages. But I'm travel nursing, so my averages are actually going to be a lot higher than what I just gave you for specific careers. But so I did some research on Indeed, and I found something that you might be interested in. So for LPNs working in a med surg step down, this is just one job opportunity that I found that's really gonna put a light bulb on your head to make you think that, you know, what you're doing is a good idea. It's not wrong to go for LPN. It's actually a pretty lucrative career if that's where you want to stay. If you don't want to go and become an RN, you don't have to. So the average that I got when I looked it up on Indeed and I found a particular position that was open was going to start an LPN from $30 an hour to $35. You heard it right. But this was med surg step down. So in a step down unit, this is an intermediate level between ICU and then the general med surg unit. So you're going to be like right in between there. So if you're okay with working in a step down unit, you might make something like that. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Like, you can do it. You really can do it. You just gotta, you gotta network, and you gotta figure out where's the best opportunities, which state, which city. If you're willing to move, you can do a lot better. If you're willing to travel, you'll do a lot better in terms of average pay as an LPN if the averages that I've given you are not enough. And I've got another one for you if you want to be in the inpatient unit as an LPN, still in the med search field. This one I looked up that I found on Indeed was $24 an hour and 32 cents. So that's also pretty good. Granted, that was higher than the oncology one I gave you. That was also higher than the OBGYN one I gave you. And then if you are interested in like detox units, an average I found was from $17 an hour to $28 an hour. So from these averages, this is proof that, well, you can do pretty good as an LPN. You don't have to keep getting more and more and more education if that's not where you want to be. You just want to go to a school and get your diploma. You can do that. Sorry, I was looking at the building, just making sure nobody's fighting. But yeah, you could do that. I went and got my LPN. I've been doing really good since then. Granted, do I want to go back? Yeah, I do. Will I? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, because hey, like I said, when you're living if you keep it simple, right, the money you make will be enough for you if you keep it simple. Now, even if you want to go out and you want to splurge a little bit, you can do that. You want your new car, you want your new house, you could do that. But just don't get ballistic. Don't try to get everything in the world, right? You stick to living a simple life. You stick to just making sure that your necessities are cared for, and maybe every now and then get something you want. You'll do just fine as an LPN. You'll do just fine as an RN, and whatever career you choose, you'll do great. All right, so this is kind of what I had for you. I hope I answered the request that was requested of me. I hope I gave the individual a good idea of some different specialties that you can go into as an LPN, and some averages that you can look at. Granted, these averages are not solidified. It's a very high possibility that you will make more than what I gave you. These are just averages. Granted, like I said, if you're into travel nursing, you can make more than that. You can double it. You can do more than double it. You can triple it, quadruple it. It's really kind of up to you and how well you do your research, how well you do your networking. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. Like, it's in your hands, literally. The ball is in your hands. So that's the end of it. Merceman says, MURSCMONTEZ. Make sure you like and subscribe, because what I'm gonna do is, I know in my previous videos I made mention of some things that I was gonna talk about in videos to come. So I'm gonna have that coming up for you in the following videos. I'm also gonna have some more fitness stuff coming up. If you're interested in fitness, if you're interested in maintaining your health and wanting to better your physique, I've got a surprise coming for you next week, so stay tuned for that. But you won't get it if you don't subscribe. You won't know. Like, you won't know that it's coming if you don't subscribe. So feel free to like and subscribe. Feel free to comment, dislike it if you want. DM me some more requests if you got them. Put them in the comments if you got them. I'll make videos about it. I'll make videos about whatever you want me to make videos about. I got you. As long as it's in the health field or it's about fitness, I got you. All right. Stay tuned next week.